Hallo liebe Hörer, willkommen zu einer neuen Podcast-Folge von den Caramels. Heute sprechen wir über Arbeitsplätze und Raumen ebenso wie ihre Körperhaltungen und Gemütlichkeit, royale Hochzeiten und die neue Generationen der Stars, was wäre wenn Situationen hier und jetzt, seinen eigenen Platz finden und eine neue Traditionen. Also, los geht's!
We're back! Episode 2, totally aware of what we're doing.
Welcome to the
So
Caramels.
profesh.
The Caramels.
The
Self-referentiality at its finest.
We're super sweet as well.
We're not Swedish, but we are sweet.
We're
That
close
is-
to Sweden, though.
Sounded like he
Are
said
we not?
Swede. Super Swede.
I started doubting myself.
Yeah. No self-doubts.
But what would be a super sweet, though?
Don't care.
They're just tall. And they
Dutch people are tall.
Dutch people are tall.
Yeah, where did that come from?
Wasn't it a statistic? Like, I don't know. I've heard this as well. Like, I don't know. Dutch people are the tallest people in Europe.
Bibi, are you tall?
More about that later.
I mean, if she stands
is
on
Dutch.
a Dutch child, then she'll be Dutch tall. But right now,
That's
Yeah.
where double Dutch comes from.
yeah.
Right.
Tried that move. Hurt my back last night.
So if I stand on a Dutch child,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Who said the child had to be dead? Where did that... What?
No, I'm sure there's a way to like hold him upright, though.
Raise a child right.
That's how you raise them. That's where the expression comes from, by the way.
Yeah.
Raising
but seeing
Dutch
that we
dead
all,
children.
I don't know. Seeing that we all sit with such unhealthy postures, I think the child will be just like.
I think I'm fine. I'm really working on my abs right now. I don't know about you guys.
Is that a Dutch thing that they all sit with bad postures?
No, that's a universal thing at
True.
this point.
True.
So at this point, this world would be incredibly different if everyone focused on posture as much as they.
Well,
Focused on,
we
like-
will all start to have like we will become humans with a curvature like a banana, just walking like that.
Really? Holy shit!
The way have you seen
said
the
that?
way we sit and
Yeah, yeah.
walk? Like and is in general.
No, but wouldn't you say like a banana is a little bit like it's too much though?
I think we can prevent
don't
that.
take my words literally.
I literally.
Well,
pictured
if
a
I
banana
didn't,
person.
you wouldn't
I
be my
pictured
friend.
A banana person.
Yeah.
No, but like they're taking measures for this. My
Like
mom
what?
works. My mom works in a cubicle style. I don't know.
Office space?
Office space. Thank you. In a cubicle style office space.
Also
She
watch that.
Used to sit. Yeah, please watch that. Sitting at the desk, and her wrists were getting bad, and like eyesight and all this. So they like literally bought her a desk that actually you can has like hydraulics. you can actually stand up and do your work or move the desk back
so
down.
they
You
call
mean
it a
like
standing- yeah.
desk?
No, but it's like a standing and a sitting desk, so you can move it.
So
up
you
and
mean
down.
it's a folding standing desk?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But
So-
what's the science behind it? Does it really help you?
No, it's just so you don't have to sit down all day.
Don't they say like sitting is the next smoking?
Sitting is the next smoking. I heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this room.
So like sitting.
I'm not gonna lie, it's probably the smokers who said that. See, I'm standing and smoking.
Standing and smoking.
So I have a question about that standing desk.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be like a transitionary period? So you do that for a while, and once you're used to just having your posture that way, you can then have a chair, and now you're in the practice of sitting upright. Or do you have like people who have a standing
question.
desk all the time?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure there is rooms where people. I'm sure there's like office space layouts where they have it that way or a certain way. Because like there's like the picture of the like Google locations with the big medicine ball that they sit on, and then like you have to have good posture to sit on the medicine ball. Do you know what I'm talking about with the medicine ball?
But these offices, they're all like, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory offices.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, So I worked for a multinational, and there you had like open spaces. So what they do they call it? Flex?
No walls.
Flex working, like flex
Did not know
spaces?
that.
I don't know in Dutch. It's flexwerken, like flex something. I can't come up with the right term, but anyways, so no walls basically.
Yeah.
And My boss, she would have a standing desk, and it would be in the corner of the office space.
Yeah.
So
Was she
otherwise,
was she
otherwise
facing
it's a
you
bit
guys?
Yeah, like everyone is
So-
facing each other,
Ah.
but basically it
Feels
wasn't
like a cult.
Yeah, it does feel a little bit like.
It would be weird if you
Look at me
in
while I dominate
between
you.
two desks. So there's two people on either side sitting, and you're standing in the middle. That's more, I don't know. It's like an obstruction in your. So she would have a standing desk, but she would always stand. I've never seen her actually sit
What
down.
about comfort though in that office? What do you have to make the people comfortable?
What do you?
So now we're
Like
talking-
Brian was talking about, Google really makes you comfortable. You have like places where you can sleep. It's really out of your dreams.
I don't remember seeing anything. Like
There's
that.
actually a joke. I don't know if it's Bill Burr though, but there's a joke out there where they say like the system is fooling you. They're making you feel at home at work, so
Yeah.
you don't have to go back home. You're always at work
Yeah,
working
dude.
for us. So distrust offices which look like like it's out of your dreams.
So
or
that's like
something.
not even a trick. It's literally like you spend.
But it's working though.
You spend your day at work, like your life's work.
It's your
pretty
life
much.
at that
8
point.
hours for most people. 8 hours, 8 to 9 hours a day
That's a
through the
lot.
week. So you spend, if you like calculate how much time in your whole life, what you spend doing stuff, work and sleep, go sleep, then work. And that's your life pretty much.
I don't know, wasn't it because, well, I guess it's connected. So people having burnouts and,
Yeah.
not feeling well, getting depressed, having anxiety. So more places in the office which would calm you down would make a.
No,
more productive-
isn't that like
don't
a
know.
temporary though? Like if you're really
Yeah, I guess
anxious
if-
and stuff, you
yeah,
have a
then,
really
then a
feather
nice
bed.
chair or something wouldn't
And then we
cure
bring
your depression.
burrito,
But then the anxiety
burrito
comes back
Wednesdays
again.
for the.
Yeah, no, I don't think. Yeah, that wouldn't be.
I mean, that's what companies did for a while. The companies that are too far out from like local restaurant establishments, they'll literally cart in catered food once a week to sell to the employees.
Yeah, in
But that's
Japan
what they had
they
at
bring in like a
yeah.
masseuse and like they would give you a massage as you're working.
Really?
Yes, also a fantasy of mine. But yeah, it really happens.
I would fancy that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had like
They're into weird
at this
stuff.
other workplace where I worked,
Doesn't
they
sound
had
weird
a
to me.
health week, I guess, or health and fitness week, and then all week they had everywhere in the building they had like wellness stuff going on. So there was a special, you could sign up for those workshops. So there was like they were giving out massages. There would be a massage chair. There was a workshop for smoothie making, healthy smoothie making.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it's
different-
Wall-E all over
different
again.
kind
It's
of-
that
yeah.
comfy spaceship.
Casual Friday.
But no,
Yeah.
but it was more geared towards taking these skills home. So it wasn't like, yeah, just enjoy this while it lasts. It's just making people more aware of having a healthy lifestyle.
But
Sometimes
that's
people
not
forget.
that's
When
not what
was
the
this-
employers were saying.
When was this implemented though?
I don't remember when.
I would be interested in like talking to them right now and saying like, how are things now?
I mean, like for an employee, maybe that's a good way to view those workshops. But for an employer, is that really why they're distributing?
you want
Would
employers, not
prefer
babies.
That, then I would argue, would you prefer that it's not there? That you're just constantly working and your employer doesn't show any interest in taking
I
care
just
of
mean
you?
it's a dual interest.
No, but it's also
Yeah.
part of a bigger thing. Right now, the whole world, at least progressive people, are really conscious of like other
these
people.
progressive
These
people.
Progressive.
Did I say these?
These progressive
These
people.
nuts. No. I mean, people are really concerned about other people's like, private spaces. Like, are you comfortable? Is everything okay? Should I get you some water? It's this helicopter parenting that's everywhere.
Rafid, some people like that. Like
Don't talk about them, some people. I mean, these
lot of
people are
people.
everywhere. Say it like that. I think about this like in my own workspace, like in the kitchen where I work. I think of inventions all the time. I'm like, dude, this brain's like IKEA all the time. So I'm thinking, I don't want to stand and make. I wish I had like I'm like thinking of like we could have like a stool and it could like move around. I'm thinking of like the places where they place the ingredients. How should that be? Just the whole thing, all geared towards like me being comfortable and also being efficient because my feet
I
hurt.
got the, in.
And when
Wait, they're in
go ahead.
in Florida. I went there. It was the first time I've ever been out.
And that's also where
out
I
of my
work.
home state.
Yes.
Went to Florida. There was a pizza shop, pizza buffet, like all you can eat pizza in the back where you could see everyone making the pizzas. the entire family, all over, let's say, 250 pounds, just to be safe. The dad I'm assuming it was the dad, enveloped his wheelie chair, but he would wheelie around the kitchen in the pizza buffet shop, going to you would see him like scoop.
So it's like,
I gotta get some more pepperoni.
So is it like an America in Walmart kind of picture?
It was America in Walmart in a pizza buffet store.
Yeah, and that's why you guys are winning all the
Rafid,
time.
you think of it, and it's happening already
It has
somewhere in
happened.
America.
Yeah,
of course.
but not like on the assembly line.
No, I'm just saying in my assembly line,
Yeah.
it would be nice to sit sometimes.
Yeah, man.
Because, your feet hurt. And when your feet hurt, the food's bad because I don't make the food with love. So...
But this is all from the employer's aspect. If you're an employer, you look at that, you're like, well, I don't want to give my employees time.
So there should be an acceptable cutoff point. Like, I can do just this much. Beyond this, then it's just, excess.
I mean,
and
the reason
you
for the
indulging.
majority of rules is because someone abused the rule, or abused the freedom they had. So someone probably did bring a chair in the back of the
No,
kitchen.
but it's also culture, though. I mean,
I don't think so. I mean,
no,
everyone
I'm
tries to do everything as efficiently as possible.
No, I'm trying to say, like, sometimes you just don't have certain things. So, I mean, back home, they
Like
would
a chair?
irrigate the lands with, like, a cow.
Yeah.
But you don't need solid machinery. A, it's expensive, but also you believe, I don't really need it. My cow's fine. It's all natural. I don't need to get a machine and do all this. So sometimes...
People think that everywhere.
Guess
certain
what the cow
standards
is
of-
wishing for? A chair.
Huh?
No.
Cow chairs.
Cow chairs.
Cow chairs. That's a thing, though.
It is somewhere.
I'm sure, like, in Japan, though, they have this.
Well, who reveres cows the most? And who would give cows a chair?
India.
India. We got to do a
You mean like Hindus?
Hindus in India. Thank you.
Not
But the
just
Hindus
Indians.
in Jamaica, dude, they eat
the
cows all the time.
Muslims in India, they're pulling the chair out from those cows.
Yeah.
Because
They're like,
Like,
you
gotta
like this
eat."
cow? Not anymore.
Gotta eat.
Yeah, for eat.
hey, that's my
Hello.
dinner on a chair.
It's my dinner on a chair. Hey, no, I'm just
That's too much
Hey,
respect.
you! That's my dinner on that chair.
Meanwhile, the cow just rolls into the horizon.
Back to the kitchen
Yeah.
for this conversation.
So, where are we right now on cows?
I mean, we were on cows. We were back in the kitchen.
We
We went to the offices.
I think we were bridging into India. I don't know if you guys are interested in talking about that.
Yeah, sure.
Have you heard of the
elections?
No, not the elections.
The climate, the drought. What is
The
it?
flood.
Oh, the guy with the the political scandal where his daughter was kidnapped.
The activist.
So there's this massive.
Bollywood. Let's talk about Bollywood.
It's kind of Bollywoodish. It's
Love
like
it.
it's like there's a
The
massive
cricket. Oh, sorry.
wedding going on right now in India.
That's true. The most
The
expensive
most
wedding.
expensive
Really?
wedding
Yes.
ever. Because it's like
Isha
India's-
Ambani.
Isha Ambani.
Who is this? I don't know
Oil
who this is.
tycoon's daughter, the richest Asian guy. His
So
name
it's
is
like the
Mukesh
Bill
Ambani.
Gates, Bill
Alright.
Gates of Asia.
Yeah, he's into oil and telecom, and his daughter is marrying another billionaire's son. I don't know what that dude's into.
Okay.
And so they had
Wow.
a string of royal weddings, let's call
And
it.
they flew all their guests in, including Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
Beyonce.
She looked so daisy.
Beyonce is a guest on that wedding.
Yeah.
How much she
Basically,
getting paid?
whole of
100 and
Bollywood.
I think it's 100 million or 110, and the second position is Princess Diana's wedding, which was I think 104 million or something.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
it is
Yeah.
incredible.
And it's taking place in the middle of this desert, in this
Yeah.
in this small village place where they
In
just
India.
turned
In
it
India,
into
yeah.
like a massive wedding venue.
I mean,
That's
desert
So,
is
so
a-
it's like it's on the charts because of the guest list. That's just crazy. Like I mean, I'm just sometimes on Instagram and you just see suddenly all these people attending this one wedding. Is like I thought these were separate weddings,
Wow.
and then my friend was like, "Oh yeah, that is Isha Ambani," and I recognize the surname because
I know this from the news.
You know this from the news, like
Yes.
The
I know this
news.
from Instagram, which is the news.
Okay.
True.
so it's
Traditional
the
news.
scale is
Yeah.
crazy.
Internet
And
news.
I have an
scale
app.
is crazy.
so many
Like,
news.
it's yeah.
Well, some like are they? Is there been articles like are they flying in like
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
lions and stuff, or like
I mean, it's in India. It's not in the
Wouldn't be
Middle East.
surprised.
though,
sorry,
so-
tigers.
Wouldn't be
yes,
surprised.
leopards.
Everything.
So it's huge, though. I mean, I know it's funny and you can trash it, but it's all the West and all their like extravagant weddings. Asia, we're always the servers. We never get our own weddings. So I think it's time that we have
You're talking about-
we have a few weddings like this,
You have the
and
most
then it's time
extravagant
that we
weddings
say
of all
it's
time.
bad
Yeah.
because we already know it's too much. But let's not say it because
I
it's
mean,
the first of its kind, though, in recent memory.
The richest Asian in the world. So
Yeah.
let the brown person
I'm
have
sure
a nice wedding for his daughter.
these weddings have gone on before. This is the first time it's gotten this much press,
Yeah, because it's
Yeah, that's
it's
like a given,
billion,
of
and
course.
it's West. It's West press.
No, it's global press
It's
right
global
now.
press right
Yeah,
now.
global
Yeah.
press. I'm sure there's been weddings that have been pretty big and then gotten press because there's people, but they haven't
Yeah.
mattered yet to the global press. Because
But
it
this is
wasn't-
also
because-
picking up on the news that Priyanka Chopra and who's the other dude, Nick Jonas,
Nick Jonas, yeah.
they got married. So that put a lot of attention.
I don't
yeah.
know these.
So that put a lot of attention in India.
Yeah.
But just before her marriage, another actress, also quite popular, she got married. So people are on this marriage trail anyway, and now you have Isha Ambani, her marriage going on.
And
If
then
this was
she
like
has
an
to one-up
isolated thing,
everything.
yeah. If this was like an isolated thing, maybe not so much attention.
Yeah.
But it's just 3 back-to-back circus acts, and we love it.
India is super synchronized right now.
Yes, yes, they are.
This is our moment. Do you guys think that these like celebrity or like even corporate weddings and marriages are the new like dynasty marriages, like the new monarchies?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that's why I said royal. I mean, they have this whole royal feeling to it. But it's also like there's really no traditional royalty anymore. It's like just capitalists and like rich people being.
But like
the
then
kings and
capitalism
queens.
is almost the same. Like in the way these marriages are turning out, or like the merging of companies.
Yes.
That is
True,
that's
true.
basically what a dynasty was. They were
Yeah.
merging because of getting their kids married, and then suddenly there's a big chunk part of your dynasty. So
Yeah,
that's
Kids were
basically
just
how
the
it's-
pawns.
seriously.
Yeah,
And so like even with celebrities,
yeah, definitely.
where it's like, okay, maybe not like people wouldn't view the celebrity of it as like an economic merger. They would more so view it as like within the sphere of celebrities, look at these moguls getting married.
So I guess
So like Beyonce, Jay-Z
Yeah.
and Beyonce is like
Yeah.
within this sphere of music industry, it's like, wow, mega couple.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think they already called them
exactly.
like music royalty or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
yeah,
Royalty.
exactly.
Yeah, they're a power couple.
But I guess that's exactly why. So Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas's wedding got some attention
Yes.
on international scale because
Which Jonas is Nick?
that's the least popular one. Like I don't
No,
know.
isn't he the
There's
most
the
popular
oldest
one?
I
one.
guess no. I was kidding. I
Oldest,
don't know.
middle, and youngest.
So I wouldn't know.
It's one of those, and he acts. I don't know if the others act. This one,
This one act.
he acts, and he's a singer, and he
the
also
middle one.
Yes.
Also dated Taylor Swift.
I don't.
I
My
don't
memory
know.
doesn't go that far back. I don't follow Taylor
All right.
Swift.
Anyways, so
Put any
that was
celebrity.
like a merging of two entities because both have a net worth of I don't know millions.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is there was like some backlash from like the Western part because some people didn't know Priyanka Chopra and how big she is in India and
Yeah, that's what I
across
mean,
the
before.
world basically, and she's been working in America and doing these acting roles, and I think she did this show. I don't know if we're allowed to
Yeah, where
name
she
the show,
plays a cop.
where she plays a cop or a secret cop or something.
Sure.
or-
Yeah.
and then
She's
so
in
she-
movies as well.
yeah, in movies, and so she's becoming quite a known face in America. But then there were still people, and back in India, she's like massive. She's like one of the leading top actresses,
Yeah.
and
But you should also mention India is a very special place. So actors,
Yeah.
actresses, they're really treated as gods and goddesses,
yeah,
literally.
they
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
royalty.
So it's a huge deal. And if I say India, then it spreads out to the other countries as well, like, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal. So that whole region, billions.
Yeah.
And China is a huge market who are into Bollywood films.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
they're definitely Bollywood is popular around the
Super
world
popular.
now.
It's
Like,
the thing,
sometimes
the
I meet
number
random
one
people
industry that puts out the most
from,
movies.
countries like Morocco or Turkey, and they're
Yes.
citing
Yeah.
back movies to me. Like,
True.
like,
I'm not gonna
crazy.
lie. I wouldn't have known this if I wasn't here in Göttingen with
how
Like,
big it is, or
no,
or
like
these
how important Bollywood is. to
Bollywood
people.
is
Like it would.
yeah.
If Bollywood shows up on someone's Netflix account in the U.S., people be like, "What? What's
What are
going
you
on?"
Yeah, but the
watching?
people
Something's wrong with my suggestions.
But the way the people in the West, they would talk about Star Wars in that how it went like side by side with their whole family history, that they can recall their
Yeah,
life
yeah, yeah.
and just talk about a movie or a
That came
pop
out
culture
yeah,
reference.
Yeah.
So Bollywood is like that for entire generation.
yeah, dude.
And people just, I don't know, another misconception people have is like any actor from India is suddenly Bollywood. Like,
No,
that's
the South.
not even, yeah, the
yeah,
South
their
does
highest
this-
grossing film
yeah.
is from the South Indian film industry. So just
didn't-
India as
I
a
literally
whole.
didn't know there was a
have
South India.
several they have several
it's-
film industries. They're from India is massive, so people
Yeah, yeah,
forget
yeah.
as soon as they say Bollywood or they see a brown person and it's like an actor, so it's automatically Bollywood. That's not necessarily true. There's so many movies
I'm in
that
that
India
camp.
produces.
I'm not gonna lie, I was in that camp.
Yeah.
It's a fun
I was
camp
like,
to be in.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
was
fun
like, all
camp
right,
to be
cool.
in.
Yeah,
like,
it's still something
easy.
entertaining you're talking about.
Hollywood, Bollywood.
Watching the
Or
world in
Hong
primary
Kong.
colors, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
that's
you literally
another
used to
one.
think.
Exactly, but there's several movies, like hundreds of movies they produce, which are not in the national language Hindi, which
Yeah.
people just watch in their, like in Bengali or Tamil
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
like
And a lot of
any
the
other.
Bollywood films, the more successful Bollywood films, usually the storylines are remakes of South Indian films, which have already been released.
I've
real.
heard they're pretty good, yeah.
Yeah,
the
so-
storylines.
Yeah,
there.
so they're doing well as far as like movies and cricket goes.
But yeah, so coming back to my point from
Just
Priyanka
don't eat
Chopra, there were
cows.
people in America, or at least in the West, who didn't know how big Priyanka Chopra was,
Yep.
and that her net worth is like bigger than Nick Jonas's. So they were like, "Oh, she married him for the money," And I was like, okay, all the Indians came to back up. Like,
You're uninformed.
Okay. You're uninformed.
Plebe.
But is that like an Asian thing though? You would want the husband to be a little bit well established or something.
It's a universal thing. Not
Is it?
only Indians would think like
Okay.
this. It's always like so they say.
That's
They-
bullshit.
They say this, right? Like if you get married, you either marry up or
Yeah.
yeah. So people eventually start to compare like the backgrounds of two people, like who's the one being better off in this marriage
True.
by joining this person in this pursuit of happiness in life. So it's funny to see how they were trying to compare a person they don't know nothing about, a world they don't know nothing about. So I found it the most funny thing was just like seeing how small our bubbles are. Like you just think this is it. This
But
is
dude,
the
that's
world.
true.
But isn't
though.
it always
The-
true
the
though? Like
bubble
if
is
you
true.
make it in America, then you have like
Exactly.
really made it.
But think about
Yeah.
this.
But
In
is it true
America,
anymore?
maybe she really doesn't matter because she wasn't in that bubble before. So when people interpret it the way, and they don't look at the global
Yeah.
sphere, they don't have to because
They have everything over there. They don't have to look outside.
exactly.
Exactly,
Like
that's true.
obviously, it's comes with all its inconsistencies when they say
No, but they meet us halfway. They do like other Asians like Jet Li and Jackie Chan. See, that's where it ends.
who was that? Sorry, I couldn't hear
Jet
you.
Li and Jackie Chan. So
The
yeah.
legends.
How do you spell that?
It's Jet.
Can't remember.
and Li.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
It's funny because they know the Australians more. So the Hemsworth brothers and the other guys.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So see, the Australians more so than the Indians, they have a bigger foothold in Hollywood.
Yeah.
They do get better roles, and this is like saying, oh, back in the old day, like you would give the better part to a British actor, and he would do your American accent better and
yeah.
play an American better than an American guy.
Yeah.
So I guess Indians, they're on the up and up. They're showing up slowly,
Yeah.
but they will take over. Cue Indian music.
Outnumbered.
I get to do that because I'm from there.
Because I'm from there.
And there.
Because for many Westerns, it is a there.
It is a there. Where is it? Oh, that triangle.
There.
there.
That Doritos looking thing.
No, but yeah, it definitely plays into the dynasties.
Mm-hmm.
These are dynasties being created. I just think it's crazy that most people would agree that, the British royalty scene right now is mostly for show, whereas it has like all this financial backing within. It brings all these tourists to the UK, and anytime one of these mergers happens, in celebrity. It's a bigger deal than it seems.
Yeah, we had.
I like how we're using the word merger.
Yeah, I love
Like being
mergers.
super realistic.
companies because
It's not about love.
It's two brands.
Important
It's about
money.
podcast.
my
We're talking
brand
about mergers.
merging with your brand.
Yeah, but wasn't that wedding this year? Like
Meghan Markle?
Meghan Markle and
Yeah, she's got a baby bump. I saw that news.
yeah.
Who's Meghan Markle?
She is from Suits. The
Brian, the guy who doesn't know people.
Are you serious?
I don't know who Meghan Markle is. Yeah.
Oh, so
No, he's
She got married to the second prince. I know her.
Yeah, the guy with hair,
I
not
know.
the bald
prince.
Yes, the backup prince.
one. Yeah,
Hey, that's what they say, right?
yeah.
I didn't know this.
He knows that. He
The-
knows that himself.
The hair and the spirit.
He's backup because of the hair? What?
No, I thought like because you wouldn't recognize, I would say he's the
Red hair,
prince
don't
with the
care.
hair. The other prince is bald.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oops.
Bald is.
Sorry, Harry.
Yeah.
My bad.
So you know his name
What
is
are their
Harry.
names? Harry and...
You just said Harry.
Harry and...
Harry and Jerry?
Hey, guys, I'm Jerry.
Harry and Prince something. William?
William, thank you.
Yes.
Prince
William,
William is the
yeah.
older. Harry is the
But what you
junior.
can't deny though, like there is a national sense of propriety. Like even general citizens, they do love their show, this royal show that they have.
Yeah.
While some are still pretty critical and vocal about it.
Do you know their responsibilities? Like, as the crown? I know it's one part's like charity and public awareness for
public
certain issues. So they
awareness.
have like the PR campaign around the world. They go and do stuff. But besides that, I don't know what their jobs are.
So basically what the wife of the US president does.
I was literally, I was going to use that example too. But I don't
No,
know.
you got a
elsewhere.
wife's job. No, it's not really like that.
You
I
mean
think
the
there's
first
more to
lady?
it because
Yeah.
these guys they do have like regular lives. They went to war,
do.
right? Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is the
they
PM.
fought in the
Does
war.
the PM of Holland ever go out and... Sorry, Netherlands.
So we have a monarchy. In the,
Really?
In the
Yeah, they
Netherlands.
do.
I didn't know
And
this. Shoot.
Like
Yeah.
a decorative one?
what?
I mean like a showpiece.
Are they? Yeah. Are they UK
like
or
mannequin monarchy.
I think they have less powers than the English one. I'm not entirely
All
sure
right, yeah.
actually, but
Well-
we have one, and they're I guess quite loved. We even
Okay.
have a whole public holiday to celebrate the birthday of the king. We have
I
a
think
king now.
that's where I'm at.
So it's King's Day, but everyone has a holiday.
Yeah.
And we have our traditions. It's like
That's
we have a free market
interesting.
where people get up at 6 a.m. to get like a place in the markets or the streets where usually the shops are open. Shops are closed.
Wait, this is the birthday day?
This is King's Day. Yeah, this is
King's
birthday
Day.
day.
Got it.
So the whole country has a day off. Shops are closed. Everyone is celebrating. It's in April usually.
Yeah.
So it's usually nice weather, I guess. People are just enjoying. Everyone wears orange. You know,
As you do.
as you do.
All right.
Most hideous color they could find.
Yeah.
So
I
the
love
whole
orange.
country
Taking
is
shots at
orange,
orange here.
decorations, clothes,
Yeah.
wigs. Everyone just goes crazy with their orange gear. Then you go, you set up free markets, which is the most hideous thing we do. It's like you wake up really
What?
early. You go to the
This is
street.
free stuff?
No, well, listen.
Are you talking free
You
market?
Go, free market.
She's setting us up. Let her say it. Yeah.
So you go to the streets where usually the shops are in front of those shops, which are now closed, right?
Mm-hmm.
You set up you get some place which is yours. You
Yeah.
put a sign up. You sit there and you basically try to sell all the garbage you had in
Oh,
your
yeah.
house.
Flea market. Flohmarkt.
You
It's
could
flea
call-
market day.
Yeah, I translated that literally.
No, I liked
Flea
your
market.
translation. It was good. Eventually
Yeah.
I thought
unnecessary,
you were
but it
saying
was good.
free.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Wait, is it?
It's like a flea market actually.
flea
So we have a nationwide flea market.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Everyone is doing it, like kids
Yeah.
and people and
Get rid
So
of your
on
stuff.
the day of his birth, you guys sell garbage. That's how much you love him.
so it's
They love
it's
the
being
king.
done like for like
I have a I have
when
a
the
question.
queen was there and her mother, I think from there on we started. So I'm not sure.
I have a question about the king,
Well,
just to know what kind of king he is. Is he the kind of king where in government offices, his picture's up on the wall?
no, but
Okay.
Netherlands isn't that way anyways. We're
Alright.
not very into.
I like that
kind of,
distinction though. Like with these, I mean, I know they all have these monarchical pasts, but
Yeah.
I think that's how you say it. Monarchical.
I'm sure listeners will look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
thanks,
fine.
listener. The monarchical past and then you can just distance. I mean, the government already has it from the king and the prime minister, but then that also takes the celebrity away from the prime minister.
Mm-hmm.
Where in the U.S. it's like impossible to distance the celebrity of the presidency.
I guess there's...
And we have President's Days. So.
We have people like...
At least they earned it and they got voted.
So there are people who are actively against, they say we should get rid of the monarchy, just decrease their citizenship to normal citizens.
But then you not lose your part of your identity, that what makes you guys you.
So that's what the other camp argues, that it's part of our identity. We've had them for centuries, literally, and let them just be as a nation.
We all have this showy thing.
Symbol.
Don't they get money from the tax? Like, they get money from the government?
Yeah, they get paid a huge amount of money anyway.
In the next episode, if Bibi's not here because she got shot outside when we did the recording, it's probably because her friends back in Holland had to send a message.
Holiday spirit, jeez.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
That's how we brown people are. We're super dramatic about
these streets outside. They're really dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw something as we walked into this recording. What did we see, Brian?
We got here about an hour before you did.
Yeah.
And
to chit-chat.
As we showed up, parked our bikes. Well, first off, while we were biking here,
the entire time
there was 2 buses stopped in the middle of the road. It looked like almost that they were stopped to chat with each other.
Buses going the opposite way.
Going the opposite ways, and they had stopped. So both bus
Bill.
drivers. Yeah, hey Bill.
Hey Joe.
How's your route today?
Same old.
But it wasn't that. Actually, apparently there had been what appeared to be a man with 4 grocery bags full of stuff, including the sleeping bag, and he was. And
he had reindeer ears on.
Somebody ready to park it and camp on the streets.
Yeah.
Was just aggressively shouting, screaming in sharp German.
And we couldn't see who he's shouting at, so then we followed his eye line.
I pulled one word out of it. Warum?
Yes.
And he was yelling at everyone he could.
But then we saw this one lady who was walking on the other side of the road, smiling, and she did the "You Can't See Me." And if you don't know "You Can't See Me," you should turn on your internet and follow John Cena, the invisible wrestler. So she was doing "You Can't See Me" the whole time, but not looking at him and doing "You Can't See Me," just looking at the path she's taking and just doing "You Can't See Me" and smiling.
He was an individual who was antagonized, to say the least.
So she was handling it well. And the guy, I think it kind of infuriated him even more, and he was shouting so loudly.
He was walking out on the street. It was a moment where we were waiting for the police to turn the corner.
It was one of those
just kind of solve the situation.
I think this is the first time we heard a German talking really loudly, like screaming. I've never seen a screaming German in front of me. I guess that's what I'm saying.
That's all I hear.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a super screamy German.
Super screaming. This was...
Super screaming.
Yeah,
taking shots at Germans, eh?
So, Germans...
So all you hear is
speaking
screaming?
In all caps? You mean?
No, I don't know what you're saying over here.
This was shouting, ricocheted off the buildings.
And I'm sure there was some expletives somewhere in between.
Yeah,
we don't understand German.
Someone was
For all we know, he was saying "I love you," but saying it very aggressively.
No, he wasn't. There's no way.
Very passionate about it.
From the little limited German I have as background, he was angry at everyone. It was "Why are you staring at me? Keep walking."
Yes. So wait, he was angry at something, and then while everyone was watching, he was getting angry.
My suspicion was because when I was biking, the bus driver signaled at me, just like I didn't know what he was like, get off the street or something. I thought, but actually he might have been watch out for this guy who's behind the bus. I think that's what he was signaling at.
No, because that's how Bill waves.
The
bus driver.
You don't know the bus driver like I do.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the homeless man tried to get on the bus.
Was he homeless though? I really like what he was wearing.
I'll take those words back.
I mean,
the guy with the many bags.
Yeah,
in his hands.
He looked like
Santa Claus.
He looks like the guy who is supposed to I don't know, like there's a guy and then a bull charges at him and then he just moves away. So he's just like a very raggedy matador.
No, he was not a mini matador.
A very raggedy one.
He was either a overexperienced matador.
Yeah, retired and
or
drinking.
This was his first day in the ring.
Yes. And whereas he should have gone to the gym instead.
I think he tried to get on the bus. He tried to get on the bus and then got rejected. And this was his way of... And he really wasn't looking for people's opinions.
No.
And this lady... She
You
gave
can't
her his
see me.
opinion. Yep. And then I saw one kid start to pull out his phone. It was one of those situations.
Yeah.
And Rafid
so
and I were
I
like,
should put this on Snapchat.
yes, one of those. And Rafid and I decided to enter the building and leave that situation
Not because we were
behind.
scared, but
Just
we wanted to
ignore
talk
it, yeah.
No,
about it.
because we knew Bibi was showing up later,
And
so
she
we
needed to
thought
know
you would
this.
handle the situation.
Oh right, yeah, I
Yeah.
took care of that, so I don't
Boom.
know why you guys are
Handled.
still talking.
No, I had a similar situation. Well, not really similar, but just like public screaming. And speaking of matadors, I was in Spain. Nice transition, no
Yes.
big deal. I was in Spain, and we walked through this courtyard every day on the way to university. And as I'm walking through, there's about like 50 meters in front of me, I see a bicyclist get cut off by what appeared to be a homeless person.
I thought you were
And
gonna
the
say
person on
both.
on their bicycle fell and like crashed. And I was like, oh no. So I started running to help the bicyclist. And I see the bicyclist turn and front kick the shit out of this person right in the face. So this person, the guy just turned around just screaming in Spanish. And so I knew what he was saying this time. And he's just saying, you stupid piece of crap. And kicked the guy, you homeless, blah, blah,
Blah,
blah.
blah, 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 Javier Bardem,
Yeah,
blah, 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 Penelope Cruz.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Just kicking the shit out of this poor guy. And I didn't know what to do. Because as an international student, it's like, my first thing was...
I have to record this for my people.
My first thing was call the police or something. I didn't know. But then it's
Yeah.
cultural. Like,
That you
I
don't
know
call
how
the
they
police.
treat
Yeah.
people. And we were told, literally in orientation, don't get involved with social situations.
Oh wow.
You know? You don't want to get involved because you're just supposed to be
An observer.
an observer. Yeah. So I said, screw that. And I just ran over the guy. I ran up to the situation. I was like, what are you doing? And the guy just looked at me.
You said that in English?
I said it in Spanish.
How did you say it?
Dude,
Do it properly.
no.
Get in character.
Don't tell me what to do.
He gets nervous.
So then, actually, I have German in my mind. So I almost said, "Was ist das?" So then I had to think. No. So then the guy stopped. He turned to kick the guy again. I was like, "No," and that's Spanish for no. It's no. That's Spanish for no. For those who were listening.
Thanks
so yeah,
for
and
the
then he stopped and then like started to walk away. And this guy had a bleeding nose and
Oh,
everything,
shit.
and no one, there was tons of Spaniards walking by, and everyone just kept walking. And I was the
Isn't
only
that-
Did
one.
he say something as he walked away?
Nah, he
Just
like,
moshi moshi.
"Pedazo
Huh?
de mierda,"
Yeah.
Like,
Mierda.
piece of shit.
Okay.
So yeah, something like that.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's graphic.
That is.
Yeah,
I guess
I
if
think-
we waited
I'm trying to
outside, we
remember-
could have seen a
I said
front
something
kick
like-
thing.
Para! ¿Qué estás haciendo? And they're, which is basically stop. What are you doing? Yeah,
Maybe.
that got him to only think once more to kick the dude. But
He
if
thought
thi-
about it and then he kicked some
If
more.
this lady antagonized here back in Göttingen,
Uh-huh.
leave the matadors.
Yeah,
in
in
the
Germany.
past, and back in Germany, either of us would have seen this dude just drop his bags, and sprint towards this lady, like I mean,
Okay, guys, I like this topic.
yeah,
So in Brian's situation, he's saying that the guy stops screaming, crosses the road. He looks both ways. He doesn't want to get run over. Then he crosses the road and he kicks the lady who does the John Cena "You Can't See Me" front kick.
I really wanted to do the John Cena
Now
song. Sorry.
she is doing the John Cena "You Can't See Me" and he kicks her. Then she does 5 knuckle shuffle or whatever his move is.
Wow.
I want to ask, given that it's already kind of entertaining. I mean, it's not nice that you're screaming
Jeez,
at people,
man.
but it's kind of entertaining just to watch.
we got his first example. His
Listen,
answer.
I'm just saying what everyone's
You're
thinking.
watching.
That's
all right?
Rafid for you.
No,
Yeah.
my
I'm saying-
friends play it safe, but you get the real stuff with me. So what I'm saying is, if he does that, how soon before you join in and kick the lady? No, before you stop this, or do you just enjoy it? Second episode, kicking women.
Literally.
I think this is hilarious. You went this way with it. You hijacked my hypothetical with whether or not we're watching this. I'm saying, what is your reaction?
Yes, but like
The moment you see this
you stop someone,
this guy sprint across, are you running over to stop?
or do you
Are
wait to see? Like,
you
let's
wait
see
to
the first
see?
kick.
Exactly. Bibi?
Be honest.
What are you doing? Because I think I already said what I would do because I gave up.
Yeah, my friends are acting like they're super righteous, by the way.
I'm
and
running
I'm just
over
saying
there.
what people do.
I'm ready to kick. I mean, I don't care if he's bagless or not.
I'm not saying
I am
he let the
toppling this
person
man.
do
Your
it.
bags don't care to
I don't know
Brian.
the cultural situation. Yes,
Yeah.
I am gonna. I'm gonna break this up,
Bags mean nothing.
put a stop to it, and if I get in trouble,
So you're saying this woman needs your help.
I don't know if
You're
this
assuming
I
that
don't know,
she
man.
can't handle herself.
It's hard to decide when you look
She could have
like
been
a
asking
person
for it.
who
She could have been asking
Exactly.
for it.
So we don't know the whole story.
Wow, in public, we're just gonna like.
No, I'm saying I'm gonna stop it even if
No,
she was
because when
asking
we were
for it.
cycling, we just started hearing them shout. This guy shout. So we don't know how this whole
So
thing
maybe
started.
she would have said like, "Go back to your bags, bro.
I
Go
think
back to the trash." And then
I think maybe you're right. It's a bus situation.
we could have said, "Yeah, that's what I mean." Like
Maybe
we
he
could,
couldn't get on the bus or something.
yeah.
Because he was screaming at the direction of the bus stop where people were standing waiting for the
yeah.
bus.
Or maybe the classic, he came running with the bags, but the bus still left.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You don't know.
So I mean, in any case, are you breaking? It comes down to will you break up a fight you don't know what the fight's about?
It's a good topic. What would you do?
Oh,
Personally, I've never been in an altercation or around it.
You've never been in a fight.
I don't
No,
know.
I've
You've never
never-
been around a fight.
I have seen people, because where we come from, we are low energy people. So what we do is it's high bursts, like quick bursts of action. So
And you
like a
told me-
push
yeah.
or a slap. We love slapping. Punching, what are we, boxers? We
I
slap.
like how you told me it's cool to look reserved. Like he's got secrets. Like you don't want to.
What Brian's saying is like where sometimes I would tell him that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
I love
considered
this.
all right and almost expected that if you're polite and kind of shy and,
Yeah.
reserved, if you're too outgoing or
Mm-hmm.
what's the other word that people like to use?
Enthusiastic.
Hey son, be extrovert,
Oh, yeah,
stuff like that.
extroverted.
So
Yeah,
I always hated that word. But then they would always the teachers, it always starts with the teacher. At school, if your teacher tells you, the parents, that I like how your kid's doing in class, very quiet, very reserved, performing well, so that's like a compliment. But if they say, oh, just too much energy, never sits down, too restless.
It's worse for when women get described as extrovert. That's
Yeah.
True,
Bossy.
yeah.
it's like, especially
You get hit
in
with the-
South Asian culture, it's even worse. Like extrovert. So that's not a good thing.
Do these women? I mean, I can't speak for them, but sometimes have you
'Cause
heard
you're
this?
not a
Like
woman.
we don't know that I'm in the middle of a transition.
All
Brian,
right, sorry.
never interrupt me. As a woman, I would
Boom.
never take
Satire.
Ouch.
that. Do these girls ever get compared to being a tomboy? You know what a tomboy is?
Mhm.
So it doesn't matter that you
Yeah.
look a little less girly, but if you're too out there, they say, "Oh, she's a tomboy."
Yeah,
Dude,
definitely.
all these.
And this is kind of like a dig, by the way. This is
Yeah.
not a compliment.
No.
The
All
way
Yeah.
these
they say it.
expectations play into this situation, though.
Yes,
any
generally.
of us
Yeah,
would handle it.
it's even worse. So like on top of looking not the
Be a doll.
yeah, be a doll. On top of you not looking like that, you're also an extrovert. That's like or not even extrovert. That's a very neat term to use in this
And a
context.
safe one.
They would say out of hand.
They would say words which are in our own language. So in English, I'm not saying that, but in our language, it's kind of like that, just restless and out there and too much,
Too much. And then it would
Be like your brother. He's so quiet.
Yeah. Gender roles, dude.
Gender roles.
yeah.
Hammering on it.
The usual.
But like back to the
Back to kicking women. Yeah.
back
go
to the
ahead.
hypothetical at hand. This situation varies culturally, right?
I
So
guess, yeah.
all of us have what we would do back home, and then all of us have to adapt. Or I don't know if we're expected to adapt, because honestly, stereotypically, I think Germans would not let this kind of thing happen. And
This kind
I
of thing,
guess.
like
I think
reacting to what
Germans-
situation? What's the situation here?
the same situation as earlier.
Someone
we have
screaming
a
at-
gentleman
okay.
screaming,
Okay.
someone antagonizing them. In this case, it was an older woman, like mid 40s, 50s.
Do you think he saw
And-
the lady make the you
Yeah,
can't
he
see my
definitely
face?
did. There's
Okay.
no way he did.
Wait.
Because then he started yelling
what
at her.
kind of movement was that? This.
So you can't see me as this.
She literally did this.
That's Oh my
That's
god,
so out of place.
No, wait, you
What does it
didn't
mean?
understand. It means something completely
All right,
different.
tell us.
Tell us. We don't know.
Tell us.
This doesn't mean you don't see me.
What does it mean?
This means you're crazy.
Yeah, that's the John Cena.
That's the John Cena telling his audience.
Wait, that
the
means
C
that
Nation.
you're crazy?
Yeah, this is like you're
Oh,
crazy.
shit. I had no idea.
It's
You know,
like I don't
it's
remember
my
the
fault.
word.
I've
It's
been
like,
watching too many John Cena videos lately
I
and
love
his
John
interviews.
Cena.
Yeah.
I don't think this
We
is
don't
a
talk about
correct
WWE enough.
German term, but it's like schützt or something.
Oh, it's like a
that.
body
Like,
language thing.
You're crazy.
Wow, really?
Yes.
All right, well then.
I'm definitely
That totally makes
So basically,
sense.
for our listeners, that's a hand motion Rafid and Brian were doing the whole time.
As if
that woman.
someone
No,
is
they know
writing
what the
in their
John Cena
face.
you can't see
Yeah,
me
they
is.
knew what the John Cena was. You're the
Yeah.
only.
Okay.
Do you know what the John Cena is?
No.
Do you know
The
who
John
John
Cena.
Cena
I
is?
do know who
Okay,
John
okay.
Cena is,
Yeah.
but I have
Never
not
give up.
watched it.
thought we
Hustle,
were gonna have to get
loyalty, respect.
Introductory
But
course
this
to
in
John
Germany
Cena.
means you're crazy.
16-time
is.
world champion.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to know from here on out, because I always thought these old ladies were complimenting me. Wow, you remind me of John Cena, sir. But apparently they just think I'm crazy.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, in that case,
Isn't one of those
she
women?
had it coming in this hypothetical. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, of course, she's provoking him.
I'm assuming
It's
the
not
Germans.
provoking.
I mean, if a guy's already losing it, anything you do extra counts as provocation.
The fact that she did it makes me believe that Germans aren't gonna take this shit for this guy yelling, and they're gonna not antagonize him, but more so like talk back. Oh
no,
yeah,
you're
that's the
saying
thing?
Germans in that street. It was just this one lady
I
who
said
did
just
that.
stereotypical because there was another guy laughing about this guy. I surveyed the area. I saw 3 people laughing, and then this old lady doing the crazy.
I like how
dance.
you guys tackled this as a social experiment to see what.
Isn't
other
everything you see out there?
It really is.
people-
Like, you can always expand on it and, like, apply theories. And
No shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
this.
that was BB setting
that
us
was
up.
Bibi.
BB with the quick
That's
stab.
a solid jab.
Yeah.
Ah, no shit. I hope we have more of those no shits.
Yes.
But no, I mean, this is important as an international student, but it's also, it's like the reasons for hypotheticals. Like, you almost want to prepare yourself for these situations. I can't help but think about it. Like,
It's not an
what would I
international
do?
thing. It's everyone on that street. And when they go home and when they talk about this, they'll all explain it in their own way. Like, maybe this happened or that happened. So it's everyone explaining what just happened, an event.
So, answer the
Interpretation.
question, what would you do?
I'll wait for what he does first as he approaches this lady. If it's too extreme, of course, you'll step in.
I don't know.
But if it
This
looks
is why I
like...
asked, because this,
I'll
of
wait for the
course,
first blow.
You wait for the first blow.
Yeah.
Got it.
If it's just them, like, getting into their faces and screaming both, then they can handle themselves.
Sure.
I don't know. For me, it's like I don't know. You know what it is? You can say something you would do when you're sitting casually talking with friends in a safe space, but at
Obviously.
that moment, it's adrenaline kicking in, and you don't know what you would do. Maybe
So you've never
What-
been in a fight and you've never witnessed a fight?
no.
All right. So then it is just for you.
Yeah.
Only.
The most
yeah.
I've done is,
I
the guy
tried
who
to-
puts his hand,
I tried
don't. That's the most I've done.
You've done that. Okay.
That I definitely stayed out of
I like how
places
effeminate I
where
sounded.
this would
Dun, dun,
happen
dun.
and where it unexpectedly could happen.
Well, you can't when it's in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I know, but I
Yeah.
haven't been a witness to something like that. I guess. What did once happen was, I was out with my family having an ice cream, and this one white dude just suddenly started shouting racial slurs at us.
Whoa.
And then I was with my brothers, and they got pretty mad, and they wanted to, do something about
Getting
it.
in an altercation.
Yeah, they want to join him and shit on you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It was ice cream.
it was just an ice cream. So yeah, that was a great afternoon. I was trying to stop them because I just couldn't see. Well, if it's a difficult situation. So at that point, you're the colored family who was trying to fight this
True.
one single.
Now
Also
you're like
clearly
ganging
drunk,
up on him.
Clearly drunk guy who's
Yeah.
shouting racial slurs.
Yeah.
What did hurt me was it was like a
took your
terrace.
ice
Like
cream.
everyone was sitting there having an ice cream with their family. Nobody said a thing to that guy. So nobody said even like, "Hey, dude,
Yeah.
calm down."
So
Yeah,
that-
but
that's
that's
what I'm saying.
That's
He
so
was-
common though. Like
He
where I
was
come
just
from,
a
it's every day.
He was just a homeless person just sitting there shouting racial slurs at another family. And then I don't know. Obviously, my mother and I stopped my brothers for involving him into something like that could turn physical. It's I don't know. I don't think, and even if it wasn't in that situation, a person like me would think twice. I feel like I don't have the physical presence to do something about something like that. If I
from
see
your experience, you've already explained to us that if it's someone you care about, or you know you would act and try and refrain from violence.
Of course, definitely, especially, and that's the biggest fear I have, that getting involved in something like that would mean that I don't believe in a fair trial after that. So he's this drunk homeless guy is provoking my brothers eventually, when it starts when they start boiling with rage. Then at that point, it's whatever he says is provocation. But then what I was scared of, and that's even in hindsight, that's sad that I was thinking that way. I was thinking, when the police shows up, it's gonna be my brothers who are in trouble.
Yeah, I mean,
they would say like you should know better than the drunk guy,
and that's backed up with the fact that the rest of the families aren't interacting or doing anything.
Exactly,
either.
It's like a mixed anger.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, like the fact that no one else there,
that hurts.
Did anything probably hurts more than anything.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's every day, by the way. In Bangladesh.
Just like
you get on the bus. Sometimes I'd get on the bus. The bus is the best place if you want to get to know Bangladesh and how loving we are. So what happens is you're on the bus. Everyone's a working person, so you're going to your job or you're a student. Buses look cheap and shitty, but the people in it, it's not like they're poor and homeless.
Everyone uses it.
And in Bangladesh, we don't drink. And what happens was, it's always about the seat, and it's in buses, everyone's either sitting down or standing.
Yeah.
So shoving someone by mistake or not letting the lady sit.
Yeah.
It says reserved for ladies, or they can sit anywhere they want, but they have this one place where if all the other seats are taken, you can always sit here. So sometimes the men will take them.
It's for the elderly, right?
No, women.
Oh, just women.
And elderly as well, but it's mostly just women. It just says
okay. Got it.
Says Mohilader Jonne, like for women.
Nice.
So what happens is,
could you say that to me when my eyes are closed?
I always do that. You don't notice because you're asleep by that point. Yeah, he's like a dead carcass.
This is turning into a Twilight story.
What happens is they would shit on people for any mistake. Like the conductor would come, you will pay. Maybe he doesn't give your change back. Maybe the bus stops too many times. We don't believe in bus stops and like set stations. It will stop wherever it wants.
Just jumping out.
It's always this one thing. Yeah. No one stands up for anyone.
Yeah.
No one stands up for anyone.
Are you mean metaphorically, or are you talking literally? They don't stand up for people.
If there's a fight going on,
okay.
They'll just let it go. So much so they will say, "Could you guys fight outside? We have to go." Wow. And they get mad at the bus driver and the bus conductor for not throwing the people out because they have places to be. That's the thing. People are in such, they have to go get places fast, and they can't wait to be humane, I guess.
Wow. Yeah.
We're just always in a rush.
That's crazy. I mean, yeah, in that instance.
So always there's a conversation, like when you come to the office or whatever, they'll say, you won't believe what happened. And then people, it's that, that whole virtue signaling thing that they do. How would you have reacted? Would you have stepped in for that child, old man, or whatever? And they all say, yeah, I would have, but I have to. I have to clock in at 9 a.m. I don't have the time or something.
Dude, this is like what we're talking about with rhetoric. Like what people say versus what they're doing. Like,
I think you should at least admit that maybe I would have done this, but not really. I think it helps if you say how you would really react.
It would help, but that would bring down the whole facade for these people.
But also, would there be a difference between when something like this happens on the street compared to where
we
you're
also
the
love
only
ganging
one,
up on
where
people.
you're one of the only people who are really observing this, standing still and looking at it, versus that happening and a whole mob joins. So
we have this mob mentality. We don't do in isolation. We let someone defend themselves, but when we go on the offense, we go in groups.
Yeah.
So we will all attack someone like you're at fault, and if we see enough people are murmuring the same shit, and then it's so we're one group, cool, let's hate on this guy, and then we do that. But if it's just one person, no one's going to join you. The only person, and this is real, by the way, because people say like I act this way, but I would say this, but I act differently. The only person I have seen who does what they preach is actually my dad. All the times, like I have seen fights, he's always there, like
Really?
to stop it.
Dang.
Yeah, but that's like a very rare example. I don't see
yeah.
it anywhere else, so it's no point saying that. But if he's
Kudos
listening,
to
he would
Rafid's
say, "You didn't
dad.
mention my
But
dad."
that's where you've
Shout
Oh,
out
and
to-
another thing, I said something wrong a while back. I said like I'm the guy who's usually stopping people, but then I remembered. No, one time I actually took a cricket bat and I was about to hit someone outside my house. They're always playing cricket,
Yeah.
and it creates so much noise
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time outside our house. And even today, I'm like asking, "Are they playing?" She's like, And because we're waiting for this place to be, what do you call it, gentrified or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're waiting for like newer apartments.
I've never heard someone.
So as they,
Gentrification.
as
wave.
the place starts to look like any other place, as we're into this transition, it's still kind of open-ish. So we
Yeah.
have a lot of people playing and it's a lot of noise. So with cricket, they break windows and shit. So this one time, I think usually our family, like they would send the caretaker or someone.
Sure.
Guys, keep it down. We don't tell people to leave. I mean, it's play wherever you want.
Keep playing, but hey, would you mind?
Yeah, and then if it's like it's the third time they have like maybe hit our AC or like the window or something.
Yeah.
And you had enough of it.
I had my parents they're like super calm and chill. They don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
But I get worked up.
Yeah.
So this one time I was at the balcony and I think I was saying something.
Rage mode, Rafid.
And
Oh, I
rage
can
mode
see where
turned
this is
on
going.
so much so that I started like throwing like stereotypical insults.
Yeah.
Like insults like, "Oh, you look like the guy who probably works in like in some factory or some shit."
Oh shit.
Yeah, like you make my clothes because we
Wow.
are known for the
Oh.
garment
So you took-
industry.
Yeah.
You make my clothes.
Yeah, something like that. Or you're the bus conductor or some shit. Or I
Do
said
people
something
in
like that.
Bangladesh say that? Because
Apparently. Because
Yeah.
you knew that you're like these are stock
Yeah.
insults.
Yeah, you don't
that
have to be
I
a
am going
tough guy. You just know these like one-liners.
I
that you
learned
can
these
say.
insults in school.
And then he talked back. He just hurled one like some curse at me. And I was like, "Oh yes, it's on.
Pause.
You just gave me the permission to go out there."
Yes. Now.
So now I run downstairs, and people in my house, they're already at the main gate, trying to say like, "Go,"
Go away.
because they know like I'm coming down, and my cousins or something, they're playing inside the house. We have some space.
Yeah.
Privilege Rafid. AC's in his
So you
house.
open the door.
So then I open my door, I go downstairs,
Yeah.
and my cousins are there playing. I take their cricket bat, and I'm like rushing to the main gate.
Yeah.
And I never do this, but in recent years, I used to be like very timid and shy, but also that also means that all that pent up rage
Yes.
needs to come out
Here it
sometimes.
comes.
So I thought best it comes out against a poor guy. No. So what happened was I went to the gate
Insert
and all my
Tekken,
family members, the only thing that stopped me was
Opening
like
song.
I have like older family members.
Yeah.
So just to see them, like they had to get out. Like they're old and they had to say, "You shouldn't do this." So that kind of broke my heart that they're seeing me like this for the first time. And I knew like there was like disappointment in their eyes. That if you do something, it's over for us.
Okay. Got
Because
it.
it's all about, respect.
It's
and
all
blah,
of
blah.
us. You're tearing a lot of the.
And I
respect.
didn't have to go out because I had the bat in my hand and he saw that. He ran to his friends and said, "Give me something." And he took like a wicket or like a bat.
Yeah.
And he was coming towards me. And their friends were stopping him and my family, older people. So we look weak, by the way. Because if you just have old women and
Yeah.
old men in like how, and
I
we
wanna get
wear
to the
like all
fight.
these like, outfits at home, it doesn't look macho at
so
all.
you need to try hard to look like you're not being.
So they're
really
holding you
stalked.
back with words.
Yeah, I'm walking to the thing and they're like, "Don't." I can like hear them.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like 2 feet away from walking out of the main gate and they're like at the main gate.
Yeah.
And then of course nothing happened because
Growling dogs.
their friends left.
barking.
And I went home. I was so ashamed. I was like,
That sucks.
Like-
yeah,
Go to
because
the
I
cracker
spoke in a way I never do. I raise my
Oh,
voice in a way I never do.
man.
I don't get angry like this. I was like I just lost the whole thing. That guy, he's back there again. He's still playing and still things are fine. But he doesn't have any major change going on. Like my major change is I just became like a monster.
That's not what the point about it is. It's
Yeah.
like you get to look at yourself as becoming a monster. You don't get to have the same view.
I don't have these rage modes always. Like I have them like maybe once after every like 5 or 6 years. There's like one small moment, and I don't care who's around me.
It shouldn't be like that though. It should be like, no, you know what?
I should just let it out all the time.
People out here are.
That explains why I wanted that old man to be the woman. No, it's just I was just let down.
It's like it sucks that you have to be the one to refrain when they're the ones.
And also another thing, in our house, it's just old people. So all the kids, so my cousins who are older than me, they live in other countries. So now I was the oldest. So we always had someone who would always step in for like societal shit or like things with a neighbor or something.
But you expect someone to step in, and it's like you have an agreement.
And I knew like no one was gonna step in. My father, who's like you know like the Gandhi or the pretend Gandhi, and my mother who's like screaming at us for being the pretend Gandhi.
Isn't that the real Gandhi?
And so then I thought, all right, let's just do it. Yeah. And my dog's too dumb. He thinks he's friends with everyone.
That's a dumb.
So
hey, are we partying? No, but really, you filled the space.
Yeah, I had this happen thrice. The other time was in school.
Bingo. I was just
we
gonna say.
all went to collect our certificate or something. Like we were going from one class, from one grade to the other, and I think we needed to get a new document or something. Sure. So everyone went, but you need like someone who's a guardian or something. So you take your parent or someone older who can be there with you and sign the papers. So everyone had someone.
Who'd you take?
I took my mom.
Sure.
And I think I was standing. Now it's my turn, and I'm at the table. There's a long line outside, going outside the room into the corridor. So I'm finally there. It's a long time standing in line, and I'm there. And there's a guy next to me, and he has some friends with him. I think he thought that he was the cool guy in school. Of course, everyone around.
Was he the cool guy?
No.
No. Okay.
Everyone around me always thinks. They always think like they're the cool guy.
Yeah.
Until I opened my mouth. And then what happened was I could hear that he was whispering. And he was like saying something about maybe my looks or something like that. And I was like, wow, dude, I mean, your folks are with you.
This dude looks gorgeous.
No, it's just like, it was so weird. Like,
he's just hurling them.
Like your folks are with you. And we don't behave this way, especially when our parents are here.
Yeah.
Never, because everyone back home is always scared of their parents.
Extra insult. If
Yeah.
you do it
So the fact that he even thought that's what I couldn't expect.
Let's make a joke.
Yeah. Oh, you thought you could do this? I turned to him and I think I said the most ghastly thing in the world. And I was like, wait, what? What did you just say? And I think I said it too fast and too smoothly for him to go, how is it that's so well thought out, bro? But why say it to me like this? And there was like silence everywhere. And I didn't care that my principal and her assistant and my mother, they were all there. I mean, they're like, shh, why did you say that? And the entire time home, my mom's like, we will not talk about this. You let me down.
What?
And I'm like, don't you get it? Like they thought like it's all right to do that around you and around their parents as well. Like, when did we transition? Like, we still had that shame in us, like, especially kids, that we keep the shit within ourselves. We don't go outside the border. We still maintain, like Brian said, the facade. And the fact that someone tried to break the fourth wall, I just couldn't take it, especially that it was at my expense. So I just acted out.
True. I mean, every once in a while, kids got to learn the space.
I think that's also why Brian's roommates, sometimes they say like, no, one time he said. And also strangers, they have this impression like when they meet me, I'm not too nice all the time. But back home, I'm like always nice all the time. But I think I have had a very quick transition as I moved to Germany. I just take less shit and care less about the facade.
Yeah, so if there's no facade and you don't care, then like that's when you have to find out. It's not who you are in comparison as much to what others are doing. Then it's like, okay, this is how I'm actually going to react. And you have to go through. So like when people say these, I don't know, what'd you say earlier with the values?
I said Aije like Bangla word. Aije means that, by the way. Virtue signaling.
Virtue signaling. I think after someone's experienced these situations enough, I don't think they're more so like, okay, let me look at my experiences and say how I would react, because I have enough. I've said, I know what I've said, but I also know what I've done. So
yeah, you just need good people around you to tell you crossed the line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, then instant shame. I'm like, kill me.
I don't know, man. Like,
This is so
shame.
bad.
We're here for you.
I always say, especially when I was younger, I would take so much offense to that kind of statement, and I would say, "Well, why didn't you do anything?" Or
Statements like this?
I would always say something like that.
Okay.
I was like, "Oh, you had an opportunity to do something too, and you didn't say anything. So you could have easily said something better than I did. But
Instead of
you,
showboating right now.
But you didn't, did you?"
Yeah.
So I was like, "Take all your
You're the guy who's gonna ground people.
take your feedback elsewhere. I don't need it.
Feedback.
Next time, why don't you do something? All right. For now,
And
You know
we'll do
what
your
I'll be
feedback
the one
for
to
you.
do something.
I heard take your feedback.
Take your feet back.
Which also works.
With your feet back. Yes, exactly.
That's what I heard.
But
know
seriously, like,
you know-
how can you take something too far?
You know what I'm imagining this whole time when Rafid is telling the story is how funny it is to imagine us in our own home country. Like I was imagining Rafid in Bangladesh really running down those stairs like Rafid in Bangladesh
I think it's
is
like a
probably
12-floor building, by the way.
a totally different person.
3 floors.
3 floors, okay.
That's what he
Yeah, it
meant.
took him a long time.
Yeah.
Like,
It was like 12 floors.
get
holy
an
cow.
elevator, man.
What? I had to get my sandals. That's a joke everyone in Bangladesh would
I
get.
picture. Yeah, all right. It would have killed.
But yeah, that back home we're all like different.
Yeah.
It's I
I think
I'm
only
just
Ari-
imagining
for
that.
me only the rage is different, but otherwise I behave the same.
And where it
It's
comes
just
out.
No, still no. I mean
You
not,
mean language?
I don't mean we are pretending to be different here. So when we go back home, we're different. That's not what I mean. Like we don't know much here, so we are a certain way. Okay,
No,
we're
but-
figuring out this living in Germany thing.
Yeah,
as
but
we're
back
in it.
home it's still an environment that you have to react to. In Germany, I don't always have to react to things going on
Exactly.
around
So
me.
you
I can just
the
be
triggers
myself
are
and chill.
different. You know everything.
Every place is my
you know
bedroom.
people. It's like you're a different person because you're even if it's
Yeah.
not literally your comfort zone, but it's still your comfort zone in the sense you know things.
Oh, I was never comfortable. I still am not
But
comfortable.
you have to find a comfort or a way to act
So, like-
within the
No,
way
you figure it out is what you
But
do.
do you know what I mean? Like
I
it's
know
like-
what you mean.
So
I'll need
when
a
you guys would go with me to Amsterdam, say.
Yeah.
I mean, I know my shit there. Like I
But-
have my friends. I would be
I want you to be Amsterdam Bibi, by the way.
So that's
Don't
what I
change
mean.
for
There is
us.
there is a BB who
Alienate us as
different
much as you
there.
can.
Yeah, but what if Amsterdam BB is super
Unlikable.
is super
Super
shy
high,
and doesn't
like-
talk anything? Yeah, and she's super high all the time and keeps to herself. And
Then
says,
you and I step in as the people who know about Amsterdam more than the people in Amsterdam. Isn't it what you and I do anyway?
Yeah, very true.
We
But-
do this, assuming too much.
I mean, in this instance where you see something that, like a fight,
Mm-hmm.
I will act the same across all cultures.
Yeah.
I think, because I haven't done this experiment.
Exactly.
In
You
all
just said, I
cultures.
think.
But obviously, if I was in like a social circumstance,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not. I've never seen a fight go down at a Nobel, at one of your guys' Nobel Peace Prize acceptance speeches.
What about domestic ones?
Yeah, that's a completely different social situation. If I'm in someone's house and I see the way the parents act towards their kids, ugh. don't know
What
what to
about
do.
relatives?
Relatives? You mean my relatives?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm breaking that up right away.
Yeah.
Uncle Pat, get off.
Do you break it down with humor?
I just made that up, by the way.
With
What?
humor, or are you like strict?
So I'm the oldest of 4 siblings. I've been breaking up fights my whole life.
Right.
And so I remember moments where my brother looked like he got some comment from my sister, and I literally thought he was going to tear her apart. And I just remember breaking it up. No, don't fight it. I had to shove them both, and literally thought that. And so when I see some other family do that, I can't help but no, this isn't going to happen.
You're just the big brother you are.
Yeah, but I've had to learn the boundaries when
Yeah, if it's a
I've
stranger's
had to
family.
do it, and then someone to tell me this isn't your place. I've had to do that. Yeah, awesome. On
Do
that
you-
note, let's
Yeah, you can send it.
Well-
zoody boo poppy da 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 da.
Guys, I have a secret to share.
Nope.
So my kidney, I went to my
I'll
doctor.
cut it off there.
Okay.
Why can't you take the jingle, bro?
Hallo liebe Hörer, ihr habt gerade unsere zweite Podcast-Folge zum Thema Arbeitsplätze, royale Hochzeiten und neue Traditionen gehört. Bis zum nächsten Mal, eure Caramels.